everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, boys. Earlier this week I asked you to ask me questions on my Instagram that were love related, dating related, everything, you know, Valentine's related. So I thought I was gonna answer those questions today in this video. Let's get right into the questions. What is your favorite dating location? And seriously, my favorite dating location has been my home forever. I don't get it. Okay, so this has caused me slight problems throughout my life because one time a guy asked me if I wanted to hang out sometime, and I said yeah, sure, let's watch a movie at my place. And he thought for sure that meant Netflix and chill, right? Well, I wasn't really ready for the chill part, and he tried for so long. I remember, he tried for so long to make it happen. After a while, his thing wasn't really working anymore. He thought that he was not functioning anymore, and I kind of just set out that thing in him that he thought that he couldn't get his thing up, but really it was just me who I never wanted to do it anyway. So damn. Actually, you know what? Let's start on a better. Let's start on a more PG way. What's your favorite dating location? My favorite dating location is my home. What do you think about getting a new relationship 2 days after you break up with an ex? Okay, so listen. I feel like with every question I have a story about it. I always have a story about every question. Damn it, I have so much to tell you. This is why I'm a streamer. I'm a Gemini and I was dating another Gemini, and I don't really believe in zodiac signs, but some things are really just too good to be true, right? I was at home at this guy's place and I was reading my Tumblr with a bunch of zodiac sign stuff, and I remember reading that if you're a Gemini, you'll get over your ex in 2 days. And I said to my boyfriend, I'm sure I would actually get over you in 2 days, but both of us are Geminis, so it feels like you wouldn't get over me, but I feel like I would get over you right away. So it was we were so different. He broke up with me and I got over him in 2 days and it did not end good. I don't know. Moral of the story is that I'm that person who gets over my ex in 2 days. I don't think it's anything bad with that, but also when someone breaks up with someone and then start dating again two days after, it's okay, that's never gonna last. That's what I think, but sometimes it lasts. Would you move to another country for a man? I think I would move to another country for a man because I feel like when I was very young, I wanted to move across Sweden for a guy who, when I met him, he told me we're special friends, and I was deadly in love with him. Half of my diary is about him, but according to him we were special friends. Okay, I remember planning how I would move across the country for him, but so I think I would do it. But also now when I moved to Gothenburg, I realize I do miss my family a lot in North Sweden. I miss nature in North Sweden. I miss a lot in North Sweden. Ever dated a guy with a foot fetish? If not, what are your thoughts about that? I don't judge. I think I've never dated a guy with fetishes, but it would be fun to date a guy with fetishes because then I feel like you would have a advantage at some point. If someone liked feet and they think you have nice feet, it would be ha, I have an advantage because you like my feet. No, if I dated someone with foot fetish, I would be super down. I love feet. I love to touch feet, and I love to kiss feet and all of those things. I think feet are really beautiful, but I don't think I'm a foot fetish person. But I've never met anyone who wants to do a lot of feet stuff, so yeah. But I'd be down if I dated. No thoughts about that. Why did your first ever relationship end? When I was 16 years old, I had a high school sweetheart and we dated for 2 years, and we decided to end it after 2 years because I wanted to try new things. He wanted to try new things. We both were we both had the same thoughts. We both wanted to experience life more. We both wanted to meet new people. We both wanted to just see what it's like to experience other people. So that's why we broke up. But we always thought that we were gonna stay friends and that we were gonna get back together someday. But after meeting other people, I realized he wasn't my soulmate. But it felt like he was my soulmate before that. But Yeah, it was a really good experience to have a high school sweetheart. I will never forget that. But I'm so happy it happened because that's like the most valuable thing ever. And it ended on good terms for both of us, but after it ended, yeah, we were not on good terms for a while. It's not easy to break up with someone or to see someone you love date other people, right? It's not easy. Your red flags? Excuse me, I don't have any red flags. First of all, wait, listen, you comment in the comments down below what do you think are my red flags. I know, I would say if I could like judge my own red flags, I would say that I have a little too emotional maybe. Maybe I'm a little clingy and emotional. I don't know what other people would say. Oh, actually a lot of people describe me as crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy. I really don't think I'm crazy, but you tell me in the comments what are my red flags, because when I'm on the internet, I'm always on my best move. When I'm on the internet, I'm always in my best mood, except for YouTube. YouTube is really hard. I don't think you see a lot of my red flags then, but I do have them. I do. Hi Candy, I, 22, male. I'm scared of talking to a woman I find attractive. Any advice or tips? Yes, I have advice and tips. First of all, you need to practice. Practice makes perfect. So I think what you need to do is to go out, talk to women. If you find certain women attractive and it makes you really intimidated, maybe talk to some people that does not make you intimidated first and learn how to be smooth, learn how to make them laugh, because the girls love to laugh. Seriously, that's the best tip I could give you right now. If you make a girl laugh, she's gonna feel happy and she's gonna like you. That's the thing. Everyone loves to talk and everybody loves to talk about themselves. And if you ask a lot of questions and if you make them feel happy and if you make them feel heard, then you're in. I promise you, you're in. Start where you're comfortable and move up. What do you think is the main issue with long-time singles and how can I get it fixed? The main issue with long-time singles is, okay, have you ever heard this saying, if you're doing something and it doesn't work, don't do it again because it's not gonna work then. How do you say it? If you keep repeating the same thing over and over, you cannot expect different results. You're gonna get the same results. I was single for a long time in my life. My longest time being single is like 2 years, and I wasn't really single because I was dating people, but online and in other countries. So that was like super long distance and it doesn't really count. But yeah, I think what you have to do is to just get out there. So I felt that after living alone in my 50 square meter apartment, I had my life figured out, everything was going well, my stream was going well, my sister had married and got kids, and I'm like, maybe I want to get married and have kids someday. So I realized I'm not gonna get married and have kids anytime soon with anyone I meet on the internet, especially not if they're trying to like sell you to people when you're out in, yeah, whatever. I decided to reach out to some old friends, and I met up with some old friends, and on that way I started to meet new people and I met the love of my life. The main issue with long-time singles is that you need to get out more, connect with old friends, talk to people that you know, and that's how you're going to find your soulmate. Or just, you know, cave in, use dating apps, because dating apps is probably the future. How do I get a girl like me, or like you, like me, like, yeah. What you have to do is to talk to girls like me. That's how you get girls like me. When did you have your first boyfriend? So I had my first boyfriend when I was 16, I think. I think that's when I first had, well, okay, so I remember when I was little, when I was like 10 years old, I really remember when I was 10. I think the hardest time I've ever had in my life was when I was 10 years old. Because I was super scared I would never get a boyfriend. That was one of the reasons. I had like the most growing up anxiety in the world. Like I was crying every night about growing up when I was 10. Whatever, that's another story. I think around 10 maybe I had my first boyfriend, but I think we never kissed. It's like, you know, this like, do you wanna be my girlfriend? Yes, no, maybe. And I think I said yes to someone, and you know, I was really happy because I was like, yes, I have my first boyfriend. But I remember when I was like 10 years old, I was laying under my cover in my bed and praying, please God, make me fall in love with someone and make me have a boyfriend. I don't want to be single. As a 10-year-old, it was so weird, but that was a thing. I think it was a thing back then. But I want to say something about this. Don't be anxious about not having a boyfriend or girlfriend at the age you are now. I think you're gonna find someone. What do you think is the key for having a good relationship? Well, the key for having a good relationship is communication. It's always talk to your significant other. Please, that's what you have to do, and it's gonna make everything so much better. If you realize you're not compatible, break up. I'm so happy. You know, when people break up, I'm that person who'd be like, yay, congratulations, you broke up, because that means you're gonna have a good time ahead of you. Because if you break up for a reason, and when you break up, you're just gonna have, like, your life is gonna get better. Trust me. It's so good to just break up with someone. Everything is feel like, you know, a stone is how säger man? Att en sten bara släpps. If she showed interest 1 week ago and now doesn't ask much, should I keep trying? A week ago? Hello? A week? A lot can happen in a week. I never answer any DMs ever, and if you write to me, I'll probably answer like every third DM. I am the worst DM replier. But what if she's just busy? Or she might not even be busy. She might just be pretending to be busy to seem more interesting. And if that's it, don't give up on her. It sounds like on this message that maybe you're not that interested in her, and if you're not, just, you know, go next. But if you are interested in her, a week is nothing, okay? And maybe she wants you to take a little more initiative. So take some initiative, okay? And see how she responds. If you like her, you need to do something about it, okay? Do you ever feel like you want a relationship but you can't commit? Only all the time. When I was younger, I felt like that all the time. And it led to a lot of situations where a guy, I remember it in like every single relationship. The guy comes to me and he says, Emma, I kind of like you. I like you a lot. Would you want to be my girlfriend? I think we are on a different level. I think we should be dating. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to date this person. Damn. But I always think, well, we're already doing it and we're spending so much time together, so we might as well see each other on another level. And I cave in to being their boyfriends or girlfriends, and it's so dumb. You should not do that. If you are in a relationship and you feel like you can't commit, just break it off immediately. That's what I've learned now after so long time. That doesn't mean that if it ever happens again, I'm gonna practice what I learned, because probably I won't. But be the bigger person, just break it off immediately, okay? My friend loves to date a lot of girls, but I want to tell him to dial it down a bit. How can I tell him? First of all, why should he dial it down a bit? That's so dumb. He should just be out, live life, date women. Why dial it down? Are you jealous of him? You know what, maybe you need to be dating some more. No, but seriously, if you're gonna tell him something, tell him to wear protection, tell him to get tested regularly, and also tell him not to break so many girls' heart. But I think he's just trying to live life right now. Maybe there's a story that I don't see behind this, but it's very fun. Like, love is so much fun and dating is so much fun. Many people should do it. More people should do it. Go do it. Why do women say that they want men of substance, but then they go for fuckboys? No one wants something that comes too easy. Like, it's boring if it comes too easy. You play World of Warcraft, someone sends you a million gold. It's too easy. It's not even fun. You know, it takes away the fun. So there needs to be some getting to know each other phase, some chasing phase, you know. It needs to be something. So I think that fuckboys naturally just give that, you know, it makes it exciting. So I think you have to learn something from fuckboys. My whole life though, I always ended up dating the good guy. I think that everyone just wants their soulmate, but then the fuckboys are just much more interesting. If you find something in between, that's perfect. Or if you are the guy in between, then you're perfect. Any tips on learning to love yourself? Yes. Okay, so learning to love yourself, I guess first should come from the inside. So first, make sure that you love life, make sure that you have some interest, make sure that you're driven in the things that you're doing. Find something that makes you driven. I think that's the main thing. Everyone likes someone who is driven and someone who has ambition and someone who wants to do stuff with their life. Like everyone likes that. So try to be that. But also like how to love yourself. Just focus on bettering yourself all the time. For example, look at your wardrobe. Make sure that you have clean clothes. Make sure that you have clothes that are fresh, that look good. You don't have to spend money and have something expensive. Just go to goddamn H&M and buy some cheap stuff and wear that. But make sure it smells good and that it looks fresh on you. Make sure it fits you, you know? That's step one. And then you can also fix the way you are grooming yourself. Like for example, hair and beard. If you make sure that you have, I think it's cliche to say that love comes from the inside or loving yourself comes from the inside, because I think it has a lot to do with the outside as well. Like it does, right? If you have an old ass TV from 20 years ago that doesn't do anything, you'd rather have a new TV just released like TV who has all the cool functions and stuff like that, right? Upgrade yourself. I think you should do that. Take a look at your wardrobe, make sure all your clothes are fresh and clean and that they smell good and that you look proper in them. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to H&M and just buy something clean and wear that. If you wear it good, it's about how the way you wear it. Same thing goes for the way you groom your hair and your beard if you have facial hair. Some people don't want to spend money on going to the hairdresser, but instead of spending money of going to the hairdresser, well, go there once, look at what they're doing, then you try to replicate it at home if they did it good, and try to make your beard look smooth. Like a facial hair and just your hair makes such a big difference in your confidence. For me, for example, just putting some mascara on makes me feel so much more confident, and it's a good like life hack, right? It's a good life hack. What do girls like in a man's character? I think that girls like a guy who has ambition, like I told you earlier. I think a girl like a guy with humor. Humor is a big thing. How do I date my best friend without losing her? I think that when you're gonna date your best friend, you always risk losing her. So always take that into consideration before you bring that up, that you like your best friend or stuff like that. I feel like every time my best friends have brought up that they like me, which has happened a couple of times and it sucks, but yeah, every time my best friend has brought up that they like me, I've always tried to be like, no, please no, because I have not felt the same way back many times. And if you just have to think about it, like analyze it in your own life. Is it worth it to hang out with someone who you like that you can't date? Maybe you have to distract yourself with someone else. I think that true love is mutual, right? So it's not true love until you find someone who likes you back as much as you like them. This question is about Valentine's Day. Why do people care about the specific commercial day when you can give love to people any day? So listen, I think that Valentine's Day, okay, so yes, of course you can give love to someone at any certain day. Think about Christmas, for example. You could give gifts to people at any certain day, but I think that holidays is what makes life. Like, thank God for holidays. Thank God for special days that can make the days better. Like, I feel people who don't like Valentine's Days are so bitter, because why be so bitter and just say, oh, you can love on any day? Well, are you loving on any day? It seems like those people who say that they don't like Valentine's Day wouldn't love on any other day either. You can love on any day, but on Valentine's Day you can give extra love. And I think that's so good. It's just so cute, adorable. Yes, I love it. What do you think you would do if you caught real feelings for a friend who already has a boyfriend? Would you tell them? This has never happened to me, and I don't know how to answer that question because I don't know how I would feel. But if you catch feelings for a friend, I think the smart thing to do is to tell them. Oh, actually, it has happened to me. My best friend caught feelings for me while I had another boyfriend, and I remember he was very open about it and honest about it. So he said to me that, Emma, I don't like when you talk about your boyfriend all the time. And oh yeah, I think it was very mature of my friend to tell me that he liked me, but also, yeah, it resulted in us not being friends anymore, so that sucks. What is my body count? Well, I can count all my bodies on my fingers and my toes. What do you think is the best way to approach a possible girlfriend without scaring them off too early? Well, first of all, that the fact that you say in my message that you're scared of scaring them off, that makes me feel like you are a scary person. I don't know, but think about it, like, how would you like other people to approach you? Think about how other people write to you and try to do the same thing, because yeah, I mean, just that message made you sound scary, and maybe you're that type of person who's like always scary no matter what you do, but try to be normal. I think what you have to do is just try to be normal. Try to be normal, try not to be too clingy, try not to be too obsessive, try to take it chill, try to think like there's other options if this doesn't work out. Don't be too obsessive. I think the scary part is people who are too obsessive, so don't be too obsessive. What's the first thing in what order you rate someone? Face, personality, body. Well, first of all, first comes personality, obviously. And people are gonna think like, oh my gosh, she's lying. Girls use like money and abs. But I think that's seriously your insecurity speaking. It does not matter. I like guys who are any shape or, you know, anything. But first of all comes personality. I think I would never ever date a guy again if he doesn't have a passion. I want him to have a passion. I want him to have drive and ambition, because that's so important. And with drive and ambition, comes also money, because if you do something that generates money, but also not always, because I've never dated a guy with an income, to this day I've never dated a guy with an income. But if we can answer these questions, like quickly, I would just say personality, and then that is like drive, and also humor is important. You know, you need to be able to laugh together with a person, but that comes first. Like personality comes first, that we are clicking, then comes the face, then comes the body, and then comes, what was the other thing? How to get a girl if you are below average looking guy. First of all, you are not below average looking. I promise you, you are not below average looking. You are just as good as everyone else. Okay, but think about those things I mentioned earlier in the video, that have a fresh wardrobe, have a freshly nice hair, and groom your beard, and straighten your back too. Like, it's so important. Just be confident in the person you are. Feel like you're doing stuff that you find valuable. Feel like you're making something in the world, you know? I think that's important, to like feeling like you're making a change, feeling like you're doing something valuable. Do something that gives you meaning. And all of these things, if you just work on yourself first, and it sounds so cliche, but seriously, work on yourself first, and it's gonna be much easier to love someone in the future. Been single for 2 years, what should I do? Okay, listen, I was also single for 2 years, and after those 2 years, I realized, man, I probably should get out and do more things. I realized I didn't want to date someone from the internet, so I contacted some old friends, I hang out with them, and on that road, I met new people, and yeah. But yeah, if you've been single for 2 years, I think you need to just get out more, contact old friends, meet new people, or go on a dating app. You need to change something in your behavior in order to get a boyfriend. It's just that easy. I promise you, it's that easy. For me, it felt impossible, but it's that easy. Listen, you look at me and you maybe think that, oh, she's such a pretty girl and she can get anyone she wants, but really, like, I was single for 2 years and I thought that I'm gonna be single forever, I'm never gonna find anyone, I was too shy, I'm too antisocial, like, I never leave my house, I don't want to date anyone on the internet, no one is good. But seriously, just change your behavior and change your mindset, and you're gonna find someone. The perfect Valentine's gift. Okay, so the perfect Valentine's gift differs from different people. Some people, everyone has a different love language, right? So some people, me for example, I would love just some flowers or chocolate or candy, just flowers. I love that. But other people maybe are more material. So some people might like necklaces or wristlets. Wait, I want my wristlet. Where's my wristlet? Wait. A perfect Valentine's gift is the gift that speaks your significant other's love language. Seriously. Ooh, which position do the women prefer? Communication is key. Just talk to her. How do I be loving and there for a partner without being too much or clingy? So think about what you like in another person, like think about what you would like another person to do for you, and you do the same. If you're scared about being too much or too clingy, just chill a little. But also, I think again, just communication is key, because maybe she wants someone who is clingy, maybe she wants someone who is a lot. How do I stop being jealous if I have a girl that people text a lot on social media? Work on yourself maybe, because there's no reason to be jealous of people on social media. I think what you need to do is to make sure that the level you and your girlfriend are is on a good level, you know? If you and your significant other have a good relationship, you will not be worried about people who write to them on the internet. Like, I think I've never been jealous in my entire life. Well, I probably have, but I pretty much haven't, because I'm very confident in myself and my significant other, and no matter who, if like a Victoria's Secret supermodel writes to them, I'm not gonna be jealous, because I know that what me and this guy has is genuine and cute and love. What's the easiest way to a Swedish girl's heart? Okay, so listen, every single Swedish girl is very, very ambitious and driven, and we make our own money. We don't need a guy to take care of us. So what you need to do is to have humor. You need humor, and maybe you need to be a little cute, you know, those things I mentioned earlier. Make sure you have a good wardrobe, make sure you groom, make sure you take care of yourself, have posture, work out every once in a while. Yeah, I think that's good. Someone won't stop trying to date me. We want different things and I am not attracted. Advice. Don't lead her on. If you want different things, don't lead her on. Don't keep her for sex or anything like that. Just be open to her, tell her we want different things, we should break up, or we should not hang out, or you shouldn't text me. I think what you maybe have to do is just block her and move on with your life. Don't think too much about her. She will move on too, but it takes you to also take a step back for her to move on, I think. Should I sleep with someone I don't intend to date? What if I make it known beforehand? So yeah, sometimes girls also want to just sleep with some people, have a special friend. Sometimes girls also want that. So don't think that it's just you who want that. Communication is key in any relationship. So it's not just in like boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. You need to just communicate. And definitely make it known beforehand, as you said, and make sure you don't lead her on. Maybe just let her go easy right away if you don't want the same things. I have this pretty girl in my class that I've never spoke to, and I want to shoot my shot. How do I start? Start slowly, take it slow. Start step by step. I think you can do it, okay? Go for it, go for it, go for it. How are you supposed to forget someone that you've been in love with? Cut all contact, unfollow every social media. Yeah, I think that's what you have to do. I think you have to cut all contact and unfollow all social media. Don't dwell on people. Life is too short to dwell on people, so yeah, don't. Girlfriend is nagging a lot without reason. Talking about it doesn't help. Well, then you try the first thing I would suggest is to talk about it. So, I don't know, maybe try to make her do new things. Maybe if life is more exciting, she will stop nagging. Maybe listen to her needs. She probably nags a lot about her needs. Do you ever listen? Have you tried listening to her? After almost 1.5 years breakup, should I go back to her? She dumped me. No, don't go back to her. History is just gonna repeat itself. Never go back to an ex, okay? Forget about her. Don't watch her stories. Don't watch her Snapchats. Don't watch anything. Block her. Like, move on. It's not gonna end quickly. But I have to say one thing, because I went back to I have went back to exes many times, but every time you go back, it ends quicker than the first time. So yeah, but don't do it. I think just don't bother doing it, okay? Yeah, YouTube. I'm 28 years old and I feel like I have a lot of life experience, and that's why I can sit here and talk about all my life experience and tell you what I did right and what I did wrong. But in order for you to also even learn anything about this is to try. So that's what you gotta do. You have to get out there, do something. Like, if you sit inside for like 5 years, which I'm probably hitting a lot of your spots right now, just get out, because life is worth experiencing. Don't just sit in home and do nothing, okay? Life is worth experiencing, okay? Thoughts on ghosting, leaving someone on red. Yeah, I do that all the time. I feel for them, but also I think what you need to do is to confront them. Because don't dwell on people who are ghosting you, just forget about them and move on with your life. How to stop being anxious about texting them. Also, happy Valentine's to you. Happy Valentine's to you too. And don't be anxious about texting them. I have been super anxious about texting people my whole life. It's ruined so many relationships, really. I met one guy and this guy told me, Emma, I will not text you, you have to text me. If you don't text me, nothing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna text you. And I was like, damn, I have to text this person now. So I did text this person and it ended really well between us. But I think that just think of it that way. Like, this guy is not gonna text you, you text them. Or this girl is not gonna text you, you text them. And make sure to, if it happens, it's gonna happen. It's not easy. Love is so hard, man. I spent so many years of trying to get love. I met my goddamn high school sweetheart at 16, then we broke up, and then I had such struggle for like 10 years, but then it all seemed to work out in the end. I think that it's really important to just experience life. Man, life is great. What do I do when I'm too shy to ask a girl out? You have to practice. Start small. Ask a girl out anyway. If it fails, it fails. It's easy said and it's harder to be done, but just do it, okay? Just do it. I need help. Tomorrow I'm gonna go with a girl to a hotel, but it's my first time. What do I need to do? Okay, first of all, make sure you wear fresh clothing, groom, fix your hair, smell good, shower, and then everything's gonna be fine. Just be yourself, relax, feel confident, straighten your back, you know? Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. What is the go-to thing for you to do after a breakup? Okay, so every time after a breakup, I always went to the store. I bought myself a Ben & Jerry. I sat in my bed, I eat it and cry and watch like One Tree Hill or something. And that's good. I think that's a good thing to do. How would a perfect date look like from start to finish, one day? Well, a perfect date day, if you are in a relationship, it's different than if it's your first date. A first date should not be a whole day, I think. It shouldn't. But if you're in a relationship, I would say perfect date nights to wake up, you can cuddle in the morning. Ooh, perfect. In that case, you wouldn't eat breakfast at home. You would go to some coffee shop and eat breakfast at a coffee shop. Then you could maybe do something fun together in the day. Man, I'm just making all these things up at spot. There's so much things that you could do. I think a perfect day is spontaneous, especially if you're in a relationship. It's fun to do some new things. So whatever you like to do, just do something you like, do something they like, and I think you're gonna figure it out. Missing my ex-girlfriend. What do I do? It's been almost 4 years. Okay, you need to get over them, and that's right now. Get out there, do something different, change your habits. You know, whatever you've been doing, that has not been working. Do something new. You can't dwell on a person for 4 years. No, don't do that. Get over them. Come on, do something new. She's not worth it, okay? She's not worth it. How long to wait to ask out girl that broke up with her boyfriend? Okay, so ask her out immediately because girls are sometimes very quick. Maybe keep an eye on her. Do you know that How I Met Your Mother episode that's called like The Window is Open or something? Girls are like that. Like, girls are gonna find a new boyfriend immediately. Who knows when the window is gonna be open next time? Just talk to her immediately. But also, don't make it too obvious, because sometimes, like, if guys have written to me after I broke up with someone, it's been like, oh, really? You're gonna write to me now? Give her some time, but also, you know, be there. Maybe you should talk to her before she breaks up with someone, just to know that you are someone who... Wait, actually, that's probably a really good idea. Talk to her before she breaks up with her boyfriend, just so she knows that you're not someone, just so she knows that you're not some creep that's just gonna be there after she has broken up with her boyfriend. Be there before she breaks up, okay? That's smart. I've been single for 7 years, and most of those 7 years I've spent time just alone because of my mental health issues. Question is, I've become socially really awkward, and I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack when I'm trying to talk to a woman. How do I relax, or what to think? Alcohol is a good medicine for those situations, but there has to be something else than trying to flirt with a woman while being drunk. I get it. I get it that I think that as long as you don't have issues with alcohol, I think that alcohol is a good thing to make you talk. I think it could be worth it. But that's just me talking. Like, everyone has a different relationship to alcohol. Some people have a really bad relationship, and some people have a really, you know, it could be bad on many ways. Either you're like addicted, or either you are just behaving really bad on it, or either you're getting drunk really fast and saying stupid things, you know. But if you're a person who can handle alcohol, like, why not just use that? And after you're dating someone, you're not gonna need it anymore in the future. Should I just work on myself to find a girl? It seems like the only way to attract girls for relationships is to be a proper man, meaning having your shit together. I feel like dating for men is all about what you can bring to the table rather than who you are as a person. And yeah, I agree with you. I think that a lot of times I've been going after personalities, and then I realized after a while, like, man, this is not a good person to hang out with because this guy doesn't bring anything to the table. So I think you have to bring something to the table. I really think so. It's about who you are as a person as well, but you also gotta make sure you bring something to the table. I think it's both. How should I stop hating my ex? It's just toxic. Block them. Don't follow their social media. Don't read anything they post. Just block them. That's how you get over them, okay? Like, delete them from your lives, okay? What's that movie called? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's what you gotta do. Erase them, okay? It's toxic to hate people. Don't spend your life hating, okay? Love instead. This is my last question. I'm in a relationship for a few months, but she wants to get married and I am not ready. Okay, so you're dating someone who wants to get married and you're not ready for that? Maybe this is not the love of your life. Maybe, I don't know how old you are. I think for a woman, there's always more stress when it comes to your age, because when you're too old, you can't have your kids, like you can't have your dream life if you're too old. So really keep that in mind when you're talking to girls, because girls have that stress of their eggs not working after a certain age. So really think about that. I get a feeling that if you break up with this girl, you're gonna regret it in a couple of years when you're ready. Just think about it. Is this girl the girl you want to spend the rest of your life with? Then maybe it's worth to dedicate early, but also don't get married too early. You know, talk to her. Maybe you can compromise. Is this the girl for you? And stuff like that. This has been a really hard video for me to film, but I really hope you have enjoyed it and liked watching it. It was so hard for me to film because I think it's because I brought out the good quality camera with the lighting and everything. Man, it was really hard. But for those of you who watched the whole video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I had some good love advice for you. I think in the future maybe I'll focus on like one question in one video. Really, like, love is a good thing to talk about on your YouTube channel. I feel like one question could be like a whole video in itself. So maybe I'll do that in the future. But thank you so much for watching this. Happy Valentine's Day, okay? I will be live on my Twitch channel later today with a whole perfect Valentine's Day with dinner and wine. Maybe I'll answer more of these questions that I got today. Thank you so much for watching today and see you on the next video. Bye 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 bye.